Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know. This phone is acting crazy again. I guess you tired of hearing me saying, but it's the truth. It's like it acts like I took a picture. You know how the phone acts when you take a picture? It makes a sound like whatever that sound is that it makes when you're taking a photo. Well, that's what it was. It was what it just did, and I think it's recording. I do believe. Because, yeah, it's got the seconds down there, 36 seconds thus far. But anyway, how y'all doing this afternoon? I'm doing okay. My belly's full. You already know. I had some leftovers that I cooked the day, a couple of days, not a couple of days, maybe 3 days ago. Yeah, when I made the steak and the rice and I put a can of veggies in it. I enjoy a dish like that from time to time. Just mix everything together and let that be that. Because I cooked it in my crock pot. My only regret is when I cooked my lima beans that I didn't put. I don't know if those lima beans are still good. They're in the refrigerator, but I don't remember if I cooked them before I cooked the rice. But nevertheless, I believe they still may be good though. And I would have put some of those in there. Because I said, no, I think I'm going to throw those out. Because seemed like to me, I remember lima beans not keeping that well, like they'll get. I didn't leave them out. They were in the refrigerator all this time. Matter of fact, they're still in the refrigerator. They're in a stainless steel pot. So I think stainless steel is supposed to be one of the best, better storage. It's better than plastic. Because I personally, I don't know, I'm trying to get away from plastic myself. And so I just left it in a heavy duty stainless steel pot because I was intended to do this, that, and the third with those lima beans. They're the frozen lima beans, you get in your freezers department at the grocery store. And I usually buy them all the time. But some reason or another, these just didn't taste as good as they normally, that I remember them tasting. Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm trying to situate. I'm trying to get this camera situated. You know what? When I first started making the video, I had the picture pointing the other way, and I took a picture of my phone. I'm like, what the heck is this? I didn't know what was going on. Y'all had the phone pointed like, going this way. And I forgot to press the button to make the phone come towards me. That's what had happened. And as a matter of fact, what I should be doing instead of sitting up here jibber jabbing, I should be there washing some clothes. But of course, it's on a rainy day. Anybody got time for that when it's raining? I don't got time for that one. I'm gonna go out here and see what's going on. Well, the man said it's supposed to be pretty rough this afternoon. I don't know. Really? There you have it. There's a car across the street. I don't know. Oh, he must be making a phone call or something. See, the rain has already started. And the wind is already blowing. But the weatherman said it's supposed to get. Well, the weather. I guess my mailman didn't come yet. My mailman comes late, y'all. I don't know about y'all. My mailman comes sometimes 4 o'clock, but normally he's around here around 3, maybe 3, a little bit before 3 or after 3. He's in that range. I think these postal workers are overworked because they're cutting back on everything, and so they got to cover like more than one route. But I had the same mailman I think I had that same mailman ever since I've been here. A young guy. And maybe, I might have had a substitute, a couple of times, a different mailman show up or something like that. But other than that, it's been the same mailman ever since I've been here. Yeah. But getting back to this weather, I don't know if it's part of Hurricane Melissa or what the situation is, because the weatherman has said that we're going to have some really hard downpours. I think he said around 3 o'clock. Well, it's around 3 o'clock now. And he said it's going to be some high winds. But I don't think it's part of that system. I think this is part of another system. There's some weird stuff going on now. Hurricanes, what do you call it, earthquakes going on. It's just a lot going on. I think we need to pray about it. Yes. Oh my goodness, sofa tea, you go, girl, whatever it is you're cooking. But I already ate, so I ain't craving it. But it looks good. I think it's shrimp. I don't know what she's cooking over here today. She be cooking some good looking stuff, though, I'll tell you. But I saw her the last time I looked over there, she was cooking some sausage. And now, I guess she's going to mix, I don't know if she's going to mix all that together. I do not know, though. Oh, she doesn't. Wait a minute, she's showing us some stove. It's shrimp, I think. I don't know what that is. Don't get me to line up here on a Saturday afternoon. It's not, today's not Saturday, y'all. Please, you already know, Today is Thursday. As a matter of fact, it's Thursday, October 30th. And, this month went so fast. I don't know why it seemed like it just came. And then it's gone. I was like, wow, the first thing we know, it's going to be Christmas. Which I don't worry about. I don't celebrate none of that stuff. And I definitely don't celebrate Halloween. That's a pagan holiday, for real, for real. These little bottles of water, this is a waste of time. Believe me, I already drank one. Yeah, before I came up here. And now this is bottle number 2. Matter of fact, it looks like I drank 2. No, I think what had happened was I had part of another bottle. See over here on the floor? I got to pick them up and put them in that bag. And I think part of another bottle and one whole bottle. And then this is what's left of another whole bottle. And I think they say this little bottle is 6 ounces. Let's see, let me look at this thing again. I don't usually buy these unless it's the kids. I got the kids in mind or something. What is it? 8? No. Or is that a 6? I don't know. I can't tell what that is. It looks like an 8. This little bottle ain't no 8 ounces, is it? Maybe, I don't know. I thought it was like a 6. Nope, I'm pretty sure that's an 8. But I won't believe it. I'm going to have to go in there and get my measuring cup and measure this. Or is that a 6? No, it's an 8, I'm pretty sure. Oh, well, I sure drank a lot of water in the last few minutes there. But because I had ate that rice, it was like I had made the steak and the rice. I used Uncle Ben's rice this time because that Carolina rice was so gooey and sticky the last time. As a matter of fact, I had bought a big bag of Carolina. And I don't understand why it's so sticky like that. And that was Carolina rice is my favorite rice, actually. And so I didn't like the way it was coming out. I still got a whole bunch up there in the cabinet now. But when I went to the store, I bought me a little box of Uncle Ben's. Excuse me. And I had made the little cube steak. I don't know what, I can't say this enough. What is the matter with food? Are we eating beef? This cube steak tastes like cardboard. I mean, it has hardly no taste to it. But anyway, I put it in my slow cooker, browned it, put some rice in. I put some rice in there. No, I didn't put the rice in there to start with. I put it in a pot by itself, and I put the I cooked the rice on top of the stove, in its own pot, and then I mixed it together with the mixed vegetables and everything together. It was good though. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm happy. But I just don't like the meat part of it. because the meat does not taste like steak. I remember when steak tastes like steak, chicken tastes like chicken. Chicken does not taste the way chicken used to taste. No, I'm a little tiny wing, little chicken wing. I ain't never even seen a bitty. You know what a bitty is? A bitty is a baby chicken, okay? That's what we used to call them down yonder home. I guess they still call them bitties, as it is, even to this day. But these look like little bitties, the little tiny chicken wings. Remember when chicken wings used to be big like that? You go to KFC, you get a great big wing like that. You go to Popeyes, your wing is big. You don't have that little thing like that. I don't know what's going on now. I don't know why the farmers ain't farming. Y'all better get out there and farm. Because we is not eating right. Something ain't right here. Even cabbage. You can't even, you got to cook a cabbage just as long as you cook collard greens. And I told you about how those collard greens was tasting the other day, that twice that I tried them. And they was like chewy. They did not get like, collard greens tender like collard greens usually are. Everything. Am I the only person that's noticing this? Am I really? I don't think so. I think a lot of other people are just not talking about it. But initially, I had put that can of chicken noodle soup out there. I was going to put that over there in the pot with my dish that I just described to you with the rice and the vegetables and the papery steak, whatever that is. I ate it anyway. I don't know. Something ain't right. I said, I'm going to try to find me a meat market. As a matter of fact, I don't have to really look that far. We have one not too far, but I think they got real stuff there. The real McCoy, if you want it, real McCoy, they got it there. Even turkey wings. Nope, don't taste the same now. But you look at me, you would think, hey, everything must be good. Because I can't get this weight. Well, weight off anyway. But we ain't talking about weight. We're talking about food today. We're talking about how the food, I'm talking about how the food tastes. But whatever she's cooking, sofa tea, that looks mighty good there that you're cooking. It looks mighty good to me. I wish she would invite me to dinner. I'll come to dinner. Hey, sofa tea, invite me to dinner. Ain't but about 5 hours for, I'm talking loud like she could hear me. I'm about 5 or 6 hours for DC, baby. No, I tell you the truth, I was just kidding. I don't travel. I really don't like to travel. No, sir. And in this day and time, plane, which I wouldn't take no plane anyway. I've never been on an airplane. But I would take the train. Train was my ride. Go on the train. Especially when, you can go up there and have your little, and your little move. And then after a while, after you couldn't smoke, it used to be years ago, you could smoke anywhere on the train. And you drink, you have your drink, whatever. You did it. You were just high as a kite riding on the railroad track. And then after that, they stopped the no smoking. And then they had a smoker's car. That car, that one train car that you could just go in there, smokers only, smokers only. And that thing would be so smoked up and it was so thick. Because everybody back there was smoking, trying to get their smoke on. But then, after you smoke your cigarette or whatever, you get up and you go on back to your other seat. Of course, you're still smelling like cigarette smoke. You just can't just fan that away just like that. But anyway, they had that going on. But now I don't think they have any smoking at all. Which is, good with me. I've been quit now for 7, going on 8 years. Amen. Yeah. Now here's something else she had. I guess y'all said you want to watch Sofa Tea, watch Sofa Tea, but I don't know what it is she cooking. I don't know. I wouldn't mind having me some though. I mean, after this that I already ate, after it sort of digests and go down, I eat some. I sure will. But I got leftovers for dinner, so I'm gonna have some more leftovers. And matter of fact, I had coffee. Did I have coffee? What in the world is this now? I don't know if I had coffee. Yeah, I did have coffee this morning. Let me see what my notes say. Yeah, I did. I did had coffee early this morning, 7:30. I just write it down. I started writing down the time I get up, what I ate for breakfast. I didn't write down what I had for lunch yet. As a matter of fact, for lunch, I had that rice bowl, rice, whatever it was that I made. And then I also had 2 slabs of graham crackers. I got to write that down. I write everything down, but then I have a cutoff time that I cut off, and that's after dinner. Whatever time I eat dinner, whether it's 6 or 7, whatever time it is, that is no more eating after that. But I broke that code last night, y'all. I couldn't, well, I already know I couldn't sleep. Ooh, look at here, y'all. What the? Ooh. What is that on the side? I don't know if that's a toast or is a piece of cornbread. So Petite knows she know her way around the kitchen, okay? I used to, but I'll tell you right now, I can't guarantee you a good meal right today. I would have to think about what I did, how I did it, because I stopped cooking. Just about, throw something together. Like this morning, I had me some fried potatoes. That seems to be on my agenda on my menu every day. I had some. I just made one nice side potato. Fried it in my little, frying pan, my little electric frying pan that I'm in love with. I fried it in there, and I didn't put no onions in there simply because I forgot. Because what I must have been doing at the time, as I remember, I was making coffee and, preparing the potatoes and everything at the same time. And I forgot to put the onion in there. Bees that away sometime, y'all. Brain get a little, crossed up there. You don't know what the heck is going on in here. How y'all doing this afternoon? I tell you, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening in the house, outside of the house. See how that wind is blowing out there, y'all? Look like the rain is still raining a little bit. But across the street, I see this guy has his wipers going. I know one thing, I'm not going to go back to bed. No way. I had me enough sleep today. To last me until I should be up until about 11 or 12 o'clock tonight. Yeah. So what are y'all doing today? Anything special in this dreary weather? Or is it dreary like, I think if you're on the East Coast, you got like the same type of weather that we're experiencing. And even my brother, I think, Ohio, I think that's considered the Northeast as well. Ohio, New York, Philly, Baltimore, Maryland, North and South Carolina, Georgia, all that's East Coastal, Florida. So we're all having basically probably the same type of weather. But sometimes it be raining down there and it's not raining up here, or vice versa. But this particular system that we have right now, I think it's up and down the whole East Coast. Is that still so fatigued? Let me get out of here and watch that. Oh, Lordy. You know what? One thing I seen that she made that cake the other day. She made a cake, and the pound cake, and the pound cake broke apart. I said, I still want a piece. You know, you bake a cake, the cake sort of splits, but I never seen a cake sort of break apart like that. But the whole thing didn't break apart. It just had like a little valley in it. You know, like a. I still wanted some. Okay. And you know, they say a cake like that is the best cake. That's what they say. And I'll tell you who else makes some good looking food. That Charlie Andrews. Yeah, he Thanksgiving over there. Everybody trying to get into the act. Except grandma, except all around grandma. All right, grandma is lazy. But I do think I'm gonna wash my I bought me some Clorox the other day, so I'm gonna soak my face cloths because they're looking pretty dingy. You know, they're white, but I like white face cloth. And light, I don't like dark face cloths. Yeah, I like to see my dirt. And so now they're looking kind of gray. And so I finally remembered to get me some Clorox, and so I'm gonna, sort of soak them in a little Clorox and a little detergent, just like in a little foot bathtub. Like I got a little tub, and I can put them in there and just let them soak before I wash them. Yeah, 'cause I got enough to wash a whole load of white clothes now, or light clothes, white and light clothes. So that's going to be on my agenda for today. And other than that, and the dishes in the sink, that's about it, y'all. That wraps it up for me. Put a fork in that one. I'm done. And I'm not going to keep on jibber jabbing. I'm telling you, that wind is kind of scary, y'all. And I'm getting ready to get off the phone because I tell myself I'm trying to save my storage so I can make a video every day instead of a video here and there until I can clear something out. I've been up here over 20 minutes, even though it doesn't seem like it. Because when I'm talking to the AAG team, I just jibber jabber, jibber jabber. I know y'all tired of me jibber jabbing, but I got the K hip it. I got the K hip it, y'all. I got the jibber jabber. Sometimes I feel like that. Feel like I just can't. Be quiet. I overtalk it, overthink it, overtalk it. And on that note, I go with love, and I'll see you again soon.